we dropping off the tier list. We getting off of Shinoa tier.
All right, we're gonna get off Shinoa tier.
Next topic we got came up this week. Well, it was full front this weekend during Seasons Beatings 4 held in Ohio. People do this all the time. Don't matter what community you in. You in the Street Fighter community. You in the Smash community. You in the Soul Calibur community. One of the new fads that have come up is live streams. You know, you can't fly all the way out to Vegas to see Jay Wong and Daigo duke it out in whatever hotel that was. Was it the Rio Grande? No. Was it the Rio Grande?
Shoot, I don't know.
It's kind of bad that we up here talking like we know, and then we forget some important details.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, you can't fly out to Vegas to see Jay Wong and Daigo duke it out, or really anybody else there, like KDZ and Malik, or Sanford and Jay Wong. Was that the MVC finals?
I actually wasn't watching too much of that.
I watched it and I don't remember who was playing. He called me out and said MVC2 wasn't there. The fact of the matter is, now one of the main things to do, popular things to do, is to stream it. You know, streaming's become a big fad. Stream sporting events from all across the nation. I was actually watching a little bit of soccer this weekend, football from somewhere in Germany. Watched Season Beating 4. I watched Quake live actually on the Electronic Sports League, I think that's what it was called. I'm not sure. It's pretty interesting.
Okay.
But, like, I'm talking about fighting game communities. And take it or leave it, I'm including Smash in this too. That's another discussion for another day for people who care. But anyways, some people really do appreciate having this resource. Because, again, instead of having to wait, like, 1, 2 weeks, months, even years for some things, you get access to the videos right now. And it also helps that people with good computers record the streams and put them up that night. Some people, on the other hand, want to be fun and want to be flip mode, whiny, and want to complain, man, why is this stream garbage? This stream lagging and everything, blah, blah, blah. It keeps cutting out.
Right.
My point of this topic, case in point, is people should just appreciate that it happens. I mean,
right.
We're gonna talk about a couple things, but people just appreciate the fact that just because, you know, you couldn't get the day off of work, just because you don't have a job, just because your mom wouldn't let you fly out or drive out with some strangers to go to a place, you can still watch your people get down from your own living room, bedroom, computer room, wherever.
Right.
And that's the good thing.
And what is it? It's a privilege, not a right?
Yeah, that was one thing that was brought up in SB4 stream by, I want to say, Seb. I wasn't around when it happened, so don't quote me on this one. But what happened was people were in the stream Sunday complaining. Now, I mean, they've been complaining the whole weekend. Man, it keeps cutting out, man. It's laggy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to sit here and act like the stream was perfect. It wasn't. But, like, I want to say Yipes actually said this. It was a stream. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually what happened, Seb went onto the Ustream chat, muted it. Nobody's talking there anymore. And he was like, this is a privilege, not a right. We got the venue because it was a nice venue. They actually catered to the people who were there, spacious, blah, blah, blah. We didn't get it to try to get a venue with a hardline connection. And
right.
we still wanted to front about that.
Right.
And I was like, that's real talk.
That is real talk, and people need to respect that, you know, especially if a tournament's not, you know, doing with the I don't know if IGN really did do that whole DVD thing, but I haven't really looked into it. But especially if a tournament's not releasing, not saying, you know, Seasons Beatings 4 wasn't going, I'm sure videos will either be uploaded or available through DVD. But even for those who can't afford the DVDs or whatever, you can still see a lot of the stuff that you wouldn't have been able to see at home, you know, originally, if you had no, you know, kind of connection or source to get to it through the stream. I know that I booted up my laptop at CSU when they had Devastation going. I didn't want to miss it. I was at CSU, but I wanted to, you know, hang out with my friends and all that, so I booted it up where my friends were there, and they wanted to watch it, and they finally kind of got the idea of what a large scale tournament does and the hype that it brings, and you can see it, from your, wherever, with your group of friends, your living room or whatever, and capture. Probably not, you probably can't duplicate the exact same moment, but you can kind of understand and get the idea of what's going on. Like, you can probably feel the hype that they feel a little bit, or at least relate to it. You can see how people can go buck wild and everything. And
I just said right.
Huh?
I just said right. Keep going.
Oh, okay.
Breaker.
And actually, with streams can be kind of interactive, because one thing I wanted to do, it didn't actually happen, but one thing I was going to do was try to play a joke. I was because Gutex was on the Devastation stream for a bit, right? And it was, what's his name? DJ Wheat, I believe.
Probably. Keep going.
I believe it was DJ Wheat, and I forget that other guy. No disrespect to you. I got you on Twitter though. So I will revisit your name and give a shout out to you. But Gutex was on the stream, and he was, talking and everything, and he was talking about what he thought about, the competitive community and the tournaments and all that. And DJ Wheat was taking, comments, questions, suggestions, etc., etc. And I'm like, yo, DJ Wheat, tell Gutex that I'm right behind him. I'm ready to money match him. I'm the guy in the white hoodie and white hoodie and all that stuff. And I was hoping that as soon as he turned around, I was just gonna, just follow up with whatever happened. Like, if a guy in a white hoodie just happened to show up, things like that. Or I just if he turned around and saw no one, I would have been like, gotcha, made you look, something like that. And with streams, that's not a nice thing to do. In fact, that's more of what a troll, more or less, does. But it's an interaction. You can, through streams, ask people the questions. If you have a hero, if you're one of those people that have a hero that look up to Justin Wong, Ed Ma, Joe, Mon, Sanford, all those guys, through streams.
Mango, let me just throw out a Smash name real there so people stop complaining to me.
Okay, Mango.
Mango, Hungry Box, Dark Rain. Dogie Simmons.
Dark Geeks. Alternate 275.
Oh man, alright, anyways, you guys, sorry.
Well, that about wraps up what I was trying to say. Is just, streams, it's a convenient thing to have, and it's something that we more or less take for granted. Because, everyone complains too much about the connection, not being this and that or whatever. And that's not cool.
Alright, yeah, you sound like you kind of running off of steam on this. Let me throw another thing in here, because I kind of thought about this while we were going through. Another thing about streams that people complain about a lot, and I complain about this myself, like, mainly when I watch Melee videos. The commentators. Like, I absolutely hate it when commentators get on there and they commentate about stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with the match. It's not so bad outside of the Smash community. Like, the only person who's, I won't even say he's notorious for it, because he's still talking about the match, is Yipes.
Right.
Yipes is the kind of commentator you love or you hate. I love Yipes. I'm not gonna lie. He's one of my favorite people, and people who don't know me, I actually do some commentary for Melee. I mean, I hate to put myself on a high horse, because anybody who knows me knows I hate talking up about myself, but I'm one of the well-liked commentators in Smash. Well, let me back that up. In Melee, I hate saying Smash. I'll explain that another day. But anyways, Yipes, I found out this weekend, is a love him or hate him commentator, because half the time, he's screaming random analogies that if you don't know or you haven't heard, it sounds like it's got absolutely nothing to do with what's going on.
Right.
That kind of stuff is fine in my books. But, like, you take the Smash community, the Melee community, no, Brawl does it too. You take the Smash community, and you got them talking about, yeah, man, what you had for breakfast, man? Well, I don't know, but I'm going to go to the movies tonight, and then I'm going to hop on Halo. No, that seriously happens. That stuff drives me up the wall. So, for anybody who's out there, just looking to get in the commentary, whether you do it for laughs, like most people do,